Hello, my name is Kinepa, and for the 5th episode of Let's Talk Billie Bust Up, we're gonna go over the popular theory that Belle isn't Billie's mom, and that there may be some rabbit genetics passed down to Billie. This brings me to my first point, character design. Here are the designs of Billie, her mom, and her dad side by side. You can see that Billie looks almost exactly like Arthur. She has the same colors, similar markings on her legs, and besides the length, their ears are exactly identical. The identical patch and freckle over the right eye is also the same. There is no doubt that they are related. Belle, however, looks nothing like Billie at all. I'm pretty convinced that they are not related and that Belle is only her mother by adoption. And you must have noticed that Billie's ears are significantly longer than her parents', which doesn't make any sense. This long ear trait is likely from her biological mother. Additionally, this Twitter post from the official Billie Bust Up account makes it clear that Belle and Arthur were never in love. This lines up with Billie being adopted by Belle, and it also lines up with the way Belle talks about Arthur in this cutscene.
Remember our rules. Don't talk about Arthur, magic, monsters, the outside world, and most importantly, no magic casting.
Belle tells Billie not to talk about Arthur. Why? Maybe she had a negative experience with him in the past. Likely regarding Billie. And according to this Tumblr reply by the Billie Bust Up creators, Belle didn't even know about Arthur and Aristotle. And in response, the fan blog posted that they were convinced that Belle never really met Arthur at all. We know Arthur is a tragic and flawed father who was not present in Billie's childhood. The only image we have of Arthur and Billie together is this one, of Billie as an infant in her father's arms. Why isn't Belle in this image? We have never seen an infant or baby Billie with Belle. We've only seen young and teenage Billie with her, which supports the theory that Belle adopted her as a toddler, or older. Additionally, this TikTok reply by the Billie Bust Up account clearly states that Billie has siblings, and yet, in all the cutscenes and gameplay we've seen, her siblings are nowhere to be found. And, if we look here at her house's structure, it seems small, like only 2 people, Belle and Billie, live there. So maybe the TikTok reply was talking about biological siblings, not belonging to Belle at all, but to Billie's real mother. So if Belle isn't Billie's mother, who is Billie's mother? Well, if we look at these other goat designs, it's clear that none of them have long ears like Billie. Her ears are not just random, though. I believe they are a sign that her real biological mother is a hare or a rabbit. Arthur has a complicated past as a criminal. Long ago, Arthur could have taken Billie away from her true mother, who was a rabbit, and left Billie to stay with Belle. Additionally, this tweet from the official Billie Bust Up Twitter says that we might see Billie's mother and grandfather. So if this tweet isn't referring to Belle, Billie very likely also has a rabbit grandfather. Although it is likely that mother here refers to Belle, Belle doesn't have a father that we know of, and the way it's written, mother and grandfather, as a singular thought, implies the two might have a good relationship. If Belle had a father she was close to, why haven't we seen him yet? It also says might see, and Belle is most certainly a core character who we have seen in early stage cutscenes, so this feels like strange language to use for such an important character. If we conclude that this statement here is about the rabbit mother, it implies that she is still alive, since the post makes a point of saying Arthur's deceased. This means that Arthur likely left the rabbit mother behind earlier in his journey. If we look back at the statement that Billie has siblings, here you can see that the reply seems confident, possibly even implying more than one sibling. Rabbits have many children, so this lines up with a biological rabbit mother as well. Another huge piece of evidence for the rabbit theory is this reply by the Billie Bust Up Tumblr to the question, "Why are Billie's ears so long?" And they responded, "You'll see." This makes me feel like the ears are a huge plot point in the story, not just some cute character design choice. Besides the long ears, Billie possesses other rabbit-like traits, such as being able to use the burrows created with Oscar's dig ability. Goats aren't known to dig or travel underground, but rabbits are very familiar with both. Another ability Billie has is this very bouncy hop, which greatly resembles a bunny hop. This theory also calls a few things to attention, like, is Billie even her real name? Or a name Belle chose? Did Arthur abandon Billie entirely? And why is Belle raising a child that doesn't belong to her? This isn't evidence, but a lot of people do mistake Billie for a rabbit in YouTube comments and even in news articles. There was even this funny interaction on the official Tumblr where someone asked how many times Billie had been mistaken for a rabbit, and the Billie Bust Up team replied, "Too many times." She does appear a lot like a rabbit to the outside eye. I also put up a poll about this theory about 2 months ago. The results from over 170 votes, if we disclude the I don't know option, were that the top response was I agree, with almost double the votes that neutral had, and only 5% disagreed. The script for this video was proposed and edited by Dynamic Duo Channel, and I wrote it based on the evidence that he gathered himself. The link to his channel can be found in the description below. Though I didn't write it myself, I agree with this theory 100%. I think it's fantastic, and I hope I convinced a few people to consider it through this video. I want to end today by saying that this is the first theory video I've made, and when I say theory, I mean it! I am in no way involved in the production of this game, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked this video, consider clicking the one right below my face to hear about Fantokyo's dark past, and the one to the side there to watch whichever one of my videos is being recommended to you. See you next time!